Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney.
We're exploring our past
Looking forward to our future.
and living for the present.
All while learning how to live magically.
Hello.
Hey,
What's up?
I love that we have become more and more able to see each other in states outside of Florida.
I thought you were about to say we've become more and more of a podcast that does a once a month thing.
Also, yeah, wow, we are really off the rails here.
But we're back.
We're back. It's fine.
We're back.
I'm not gonna leave the state until the next time I leave the state, so I should be around.
Okay, great. Next time I leave, it's to come see you. So
yeah, that's actually pretty soon.
that is actually pretty soon.
And you have visitors before then, so do I, right?
I'm like suddenly busy. I have Casey tomorrow through the weekend. And then I have next weekend, Ashton and Patrick come up.
Nice.
And, like they're here for the weekend, then I leave Monday to come see you. So
nice. And any hints on what Casey's doing photo-wise up there?
We're not really doing a whole lot of photos up here when she comes. She's coming because she's shooting a wedding up here. It's like 30 minutes from me. So she was like, hey, I'll come visit for a couple days. So she's visiting me for a couple days, and then I'm like driving her and dropping her off at a wedding.
Nice.
And but we're doing like a full family photo shoot with like my mom and
right. I love that.
Yeah, my mom's been dying for that. So
are there coordinating outfits?
My mom sent us a color scheme that we had to follow.
No, stop it.
Oh yeah.
What's the scheme?
It's like a dark like green, can be like browns, and then like a mauve.
Okay.
Like purpley,
so like Christmas adjacent?
I don't really know, and I'm pretty sure right now the only person that has mauve or like any purpley tone is Haley.
Well, mauve really feels to me like a wedding color.
I guess I shouldn't say mauve. It's more of like a purple. I don't know. She went on Pinterest and found a color scheme, and that's what we're doing.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Okay. Is it going to be like in a field, in a meadow, in a home, at a bar, in a field? Great.
Yeah.
I love it.
We'll see. Who knows? It's going to be interesting to get two kids like under a year old to cooperate at the same time, but
yeah, but like all you need is one shot, you know?
All right, let's see.
It'll be fine. And then you have to order it. Your Christmas gift is already like in the bag. Just order it in like a 100 by 100 canvas for the wall for mom.
I was kind of thinking, she don't listen to our podcast, doing small woods, like get her a little gallery wall of like small woods. Cause do you know small woods?
Nope.
Really?
Sure don't.
Oh my gosh, we have them for like our wedding photos, but they're like already framed. They're like almost like canvases, but they're like really nice, like look like wooden frames, and they're really lightweight, so they're easy to hang up on the wall, but they look like not lightweight.
Oh, you'll have to give us a home tour.
Oh, you want a home tour?
Yeah.
My life is in shambles still.
I know. I love the more we see the kitchen, the less we see.
Yeah, Hopo's gonna be mad. I'm turning the camera here.
Do it.
This absolute freaking chaos.
It's actually looking better. Like I'm seeing more light. Yeah.
Is it? Where's the stove? Where's the fridge? Where's the microwave? Where's anything that would possibly keep me freaking sane?
Oh my gosh. Also, where was the island? Did I see an island?
Oh yeah, there's an island. No countertop yet. Let's turn it back.
What color is it? Oh, it's in the middle. It's kind of like tan.
This island has some Brooks Cheerios sitting in there.
Great. Yeah. Okay. You're making it happen. You're surviving. Maybe not thriving, but
not surviving, really. That's how it feels. And a renovation in any like even a bathroom renovation would be disastrous, right? And it's like annoying, but a kitchen is our entire living room area, like the whole space. We can't cook here. And I'm on week 4 now. I'm not in my square. You can't. And everything that was in the kitchen is now either in the breezeway, in the basement. It's like pouring into the living room. Brooks's bottle maker is on our freaking bed, like bathroom, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, whatever.
You don't even know which rooms are rooms anymore.
So I just feel like nothing has a home and there's just shit everywhere. And I'm so freaking annoyed.
I feel you. I'm trying to like put myself in your shoes, and I've like understood to a point, but as you were just talking, I'm remembering when our contractor is here, he's like doing the dining room area, not even the kitchen, but like I feel uncomfortable preparing any sort of food while he's here because I'm like, then do I have to feed him? Like, is it gonna smell like food? You know, like all the things. And that's like for a few hours.
Okay, first of all, when they are here, which is like not very often.
Right.
But when they're here, I have to get my 10-month-old and we leave the house and go to my parents' house because like what am I supposed to do?
Right.
I can't have them banging on things with Brooks here.
Right.
So him and I go to my parents' house, which we've been podcasting since we started this. So I know for a fact that my contractor doesn't listen to the podcast, so I'm putting him last. This guy, he would tell me we're going to be there at 8:30 in the morning, and I'd be like, okay, great. So I would get Brooks all ready to go, pack him up. We'd go to my parents' house. Obviously, like everybody else in the world, probably, they have a Ring doorbell, right? So I can see when these people arrive.
Right.
They wouldn't show up until like 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I sat in my parents' house with Brooks from 8 until like 3 before they even showed up. Now, I am very privileged where I get to work from home and make my own schedule and all of that hoop-de-doo, blah, blah. However, with a child now, the only time that I can work is either when he's napping or like after bedtime. Like that's when unless it's computer work, right?
Right.
So now I'm leaving the house every freaking day to sit at my parents' house and I can't even work.
That is. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just remembered. Do you remember when we were at Disneyland and I was like, you say this one thing and okay, Bonanza.
I don't say that very often.
You do. I was just going to say that's Bonanza.
I do not say that very often.
I feel like that's the one. It's Bonanza.
I thought the other day I said anywho. I thought you were talking about that.
No. But that is Bonanza. I can't believe you're living that life.
Well, so now today, fly in here. Want to know why there's a fly in here? Because anytime they are here, they leave the doors wide open, and now my house has flies.
Oh my god,
this is really awful.
You're embracing indoor-outdoor living.
No, I can't. Okay, I'm also shout out to the contractor because he is like 10 out of 10 to look at. I will say that.
Yes, he is.
And even Kyle is like mesmerized by this man when he does decide to show up. It's just like not very often. And today's Wednesday and they have not been here at all this week.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. And so like our guy still also has a couple like small things to wrap up, not nearly where you're at, but like some trim and stuff. And we will like text him, like AJ texted our guy. We landed on Saturday. AJ texted him Sunday. Like we have like a group chat with this guy. Just like, hey, we're back. Whenever you can come, just like let us know. No response. Crickets.
No. This is what's real great about this guy. Oh, he'll respond to me in a second. Okay. So Monday, the counter people came to do whatever they do to like make the counters top.
Okay.
the template. And he was like, hey, the sink needs to be lower. Needs to be like flush with the cabinet.
Sounds like not your problem, but okay.
Yeah. Freaking fly. And I was like, okay, I'll let the guy know. So I let him know, and he was like, I'll be by in an hour to fix that. And I was like, okay, great. But like, also, you don't have to do it today. It just needs to be done before they come to install the countertops.
Right.
And he was like, it's going to take me 20 minutes. I'll be there in an hour. And I was like, okay, great. Never showed up.
No.
Never told me that he wasn't coming.
Okay. And what's your, because this is also like a delicate dance. What's your follow-up? Do you say like, hey, where are you at? Gotta go?
So on Monday, because he was only going to be here for 20 minutes. So like I didn't pack up Brooks to go to my parents' house. So I didn't say anything. I just like let it go. Literally never, that was on Monday, and I didn't hear from him yesterday about if they were coming or not. So this morning I texted him because we got our appliances yesterday. And this is where I'm trying to be nice, because he does have to do the work, and I'm not trying to like piss him off.
Right.
I have been a little grouchy like a couple weeks ago, but I texted him really nice and was like, give me some good news from the contractor. I mean, give me some good news from the electrician, fingers crossed, because apparently that's what we're waiting on right now, is the electrician to do his job, and then they can finish. And I said, our appliances got delivered, so I feel like we're really close to at least being able to make a frozen pizza in our
God.
So like, little funny, little passive aggressive.
I love it.
You know? And he responded right away and said, are they in place, like the appliances? And I'm like, no, they're in our garage. Because where would you like me to put them?
Right.
And he said, okay, let me call the guy. I'm like, what? I thought you last time you told me you were waiting for him to like say when.
Who's the guy? The electrician?
The electrician.
What is he gonna move him for you? What's his role in this?
To freaking schedule him.
Wow.
So I just don't. Yeah. So this has been fun.
Yeah, that's wild. I also like really hate, I mean, I get it and I want the work done when it gets done, but I'm also like, nights and weekends really are like not happening for me. We are tethered to this house Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 for like work purposes.
Yeah.
Mostly for my husband. So like, I would like it to happen then. I don't want to like not do stuff on the weekend because I have to sit here and babysit the contractor, who has told me, by the way, like, oh, it's fine. You can leave and come back. I'm like,
oh, see, but I
do.
I'm like, I mean, now Kyle is in the basement working, but like the first week he was away at work. The second week we were gone.
I mean, you're amazing. Maybe that's like a smaller town thing. Like you'll be able to find this guy.
Yeah, that's
for me,
true.
It's more like, no, like I'll go upstairs and I will hear him like in my refrigerator, like helping himself.
No.
Which is, I actually don't care, but like we never discussed that I don't care. So it's just like I'm like, make yourself at home. It's fine.
That's weird.
Do you need me to teach you how to use the espresso machine?
That's weird.
Like,
I guess like this guy goes to like my dad's bar a lot. So they're
right.
So I guess we know him. I know a lot of people who do know him. And then like my aunt and uncle are next door, which definitely helps. But
yeah, they would like see if he started like unloading TVs or something.
Yeah, exactly. They'd be like,
yeah, I feel that.
I'm so freaking over this. It's not even funny. And that's that. Anywho.
Maybe the note here is like, well, but that's not even the thing. I was going to say like hire like Lowe's to do it next time, but they just outsource it anyway. So I don't know what the answer is. Let us know what the answer is.
Yeah, but I guess if you like hire Lowe's, well, yes, they do outsource it. At least Lowe's is there to keep them accountable.
Maybe.
Because right now, the only person you have keeping this guy accountable is me. Sorry.
Right.
So, this is what finally kicked this guy into gear was my dad, who's the manager of a bar.
Yes.
Of like a local hole in the wall spot, right?
Yeah.
And if you have your bar, you don't want to lose your bar. So this guy goes to my dad's bar and hangs out with his buddies all the time. And my dad texted him last week. It was like last Tuesday and said, I don't want a response. My dad's a really sarcastic guy too. So he's like, I don't want a response, but get this kitchen done. Or next time you're at the bar, I'm going to bill you for all the food that I'm feeding these people. Meaning like me, Kyle, and Brooks.
Yeah.
We go to my parents' house for dinner every night. Like,
right.
Unless we order out.
Right.
And then suddenly they worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, full days, like 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And one day I had seen him and he had like joked to his guys, like, yeah, we got to get this kitchen done because her dad's now texting me.
Nice. Well, I mean, maybe if you did your job, could you imagine? We've been on this topic too long, but like, could you imagine if you just like did this in your place of employment? Like, I understand you work for yourself, but like, if you were just like, whatever, I mean, we'll get to it. Yeah. I'm on my way. If I did it with childcare, if I was like, I'm on my way, and then showed up to watch somebody's kids like 3 hours later.
If I took everybody's orders and then just never shipped them. Like, ever.
Yeah.
And all those people would not be as nice as I'm being to this guy.
Absolutely not.
I just can't even understand this.
I can't either.
Right. We've been on this way too long. We're going to debrief our Disneyland trip, but I have one other thing I'd like to discuss because I was just watching it. Dancing with the Stars is back.
Yeah.
And did you watch it last night?
No.
Okay. So it just came back last night. So I was watching it this morning because we went out last night. And it's okay. We've talked about Dancing with the Stars before, but it's my favorite show, truly.
Yeah.
And I feel pathetic, but it like makes me emotional when I watch it. And I think it's because of the pro dancers. They are like obviously so passionate about what they get to do.
Yeah.
But also I just feel like they're so underrated.
I totally agree.
I follow them all on social media, but like they're so underrated. Like, do we understand that every single week they are choreographing their dances fully and teaching these people how to dance? Like,
who have no idea what they're doing. Yeah.
No idea what they're doing. And I just think that to make it as a dancer is probably one of the hardest things to make it as.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Dancer. Like, I know there's.
Yes.
Like, I think it's harder to make it as a dancer than it would be to like go pro in football.
I totally agree. Because like, where are you dancing? At least NFL has like teams. Yeah.
Exactly. And to make it as a professional dancer and you're on Dancing with the Stars, like that probably is the peak of making it as a dancer, right? Because that's how you get your name out there, maybe.
Think about like, besides you and maybe me to an extent, like if you ask somebody on the street, like who's a professional dancer, everybody was going to say like Derek and Julianne Hough, which really are like from Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think it's so crazy and it's really cool to like watch them. And like right now, there's now like Riley Arnold on there and she's freaking 18.
Who is she?
She's like Lindsay Arnold, who was on Dancing with the Stars, her little sister. But she's a professional dancer.
Oh, she is like a pro. Got it.
Yeah, but like to be 18?
Cool. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyway, so there's my Dancing with the Stars spiel. Watch it.
Who are like your top 3, not dancing wise, but like celebrity wise? Who are your favorite stars?
Well, Pommel Horse guy is on there.
Yeah, Steven Neurodisic.
Him, and he's with Riley.
Okay. And
then Danny Amendola, who's he was a New England Patriot, one of my favorite football players. Love him.
Okay.
They're my top 2 by far, and I don't really even know if I have a third underneath them yet. I haven't gotten through all the dances yet for a week. But
what about Ileana? Isn't her name Ileana Mayer?
The rugby player?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really cute, and I watched her dance before, but she just like seemed like the sweetest person. So I will be a fan of her.
Yeah, I like her vibe.
Yeah, I do like her vibe. And then there was I just watched the basketball player, and he's 6'11".
Wow.
And he's paired with Daniela, who's 5'3".
Oh, that's hilarious.
But they just did their dance, and it was so good.
Wait, 6'11" and 5'3". I think my husband is 5'4" and I'm 5'8", and that feels dramatic. No, I'm just saying, like, that's like wild. That's like a big,
she was like up to his hip.
yeah, that's like a 12-year-old child height difference between them.
You got to go watch their dance. Just go watch
I will.
it.
I will. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, and then text me and debrief.
Deal.
All right. Anything else non-vacation thing that you got for us?
My final comment is before we left, I went to Magic Kingdom. I don't remember why or any details except for it was Halloween already there. And so I was like, of course, I'm going to decorate. I have my spooky critters out. And I had a video call yesterday, and it was someone like overseas, international, and they were like, "Oh, you're decorating for Halloween pretty early." And I was like, "Oh, no. I guess I am a little weird." I just like,
no,
I don't know. I feel like I'm in a different bubble down here. You are too, in the Disney bubble is like a different bubble because we operate off of party timelines.
That's not true because the neighbors across the street, she put out all of her fall stuff before me this year.
Really?
Yeah, and I haven't put out anything because my house is destroyed, so it's really sad. I had saw her the other day. I was like, "You beat me to putting out fall stuff this year." She's like,
"That is crazy."
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I love it. I'm all about the fall decor, but I just was like cracking up to myself, like, "Oh, is this weird? Are you weirded out that I have like a little ghost piece behind me?"
You were only going to decorate that for one singular month?
Well, that's where I'm at.
Seems like a win.
I know. I'm like in my pumpkin Pixie Lee sweatshirt, fully living the Halloween life.
It's Halloween.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page. I knew you would agree, but
boo to you.
Boo to you. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about Disneyland.
We went to Disneyland. It was 558 degrees.
I have never been so hot, and I live in Florida. I have never been so hot.
FedEx is here. I think people, if you were not there, you don't understand how hot it is when we were explaining that it was so hot. And of course, like, I mean, you literally live in Florida, like you just said.
Yeah.
I've visited Walt Disney World while it is hot, but this was a different hot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is true, but somebody said like the sun is closer over there.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. That's like getting into science for me.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it truly felt like the sun was closer.
Yeah.
Also, Disneyland was not made for that kind of heat.
Yes.
Personally. So like Disney World kept into like account that they were on the surface of the sun. So all queues are inside.
Right.
Basically all queues are inside at Disney World.
Right.
Disneyland, not so much California Adventure, but Land, they were all outside.
Also, I think it makes a difference that here, as much as we all like hate the rain that happens for 35 seconds a day, I think that like cools things down at least, or like, I don't know, does something.
I don't know, but it was just, I mean,
it was hot.
We're getting cooked.
Oof.
Disneyland is usually, it's like I love Disneyland, and I usually get to wear like a sweatshirt at night, and that is my like favorite part. It's like the vibe.
I totally agree.
Not this time.
It was so hot. It was so, I can't even talk about it. It was disgusting. I think I showered like 4 times a day without exaggerating.
Yeah, it was truly brutal. Okay, so we kind of did different schedule.
Yeah. Well, we both got there on Wednesday, right? Right.
Yes, I had like the best flights both there and back, which was really nice. Just like easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Both landed an hour early.
An hour?
Yes.
Wow. Were they
I know.
Southwest, right?
JetBlue.
Oh, JetBlue. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So just great. But yes, we got there on Wednesday.
Yep.
So did you.
Yep. We came out on Delta. I love Delta. It's been a
Oh,
minute since I've spent that kind of money off. I mean, not that it was actually the cheapest flight, but like paid for Delta. It was nice.
yeah. Delta is nice. I haven't flown Delta in a minute.
Yeah.
Um, so we did Disneyland the first day. You did DCA,
Yep.
but also like barely.
Yeah, yeah, barely. It was whew. And we got in. What time did you leave in the morning?
I think our flight took off at like 7 a.m. here, but we had to like leave the house by like 5.
Yeah, our flight was at 6, I think 6:50 maybe. So same. But you have to come a little further because you have to like come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got there literally like we were in an Uber and you texted me that you had landed.
Yeah.
So it was like pretty close.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. And I mean, so like we took off from at 7 a.m. here and we were checked into our hotel and changed in Disneyland by noon.
Yeah.
Crazy. And so we did. Now, first, I am very much pro Max Pass, Genie Plus, Pass, whatever it is.
Yep.
Nowadays there. And that like paid off huge for at least. But we did Disneyland and we were able to ride so much, except for we didn't get to ride Indiana Jones again, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
But we did basically like everything else. Let's touch on Haunted Mansion.
We should save that for the end, but like, yeah, let it rip.
I was going in order of rides that we rode while we were there. Now I have heard for years about the Haunted Mansion overlay that Nightmare Before Christmas. And I guess I've never really done any like research into it because I don't like Nightmare Before Christmas. So
yeah, don't care about Nightmare Before Christmas. Don't care about Tim Burton.
Yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. So when people were talking about it, I was like, oh, I mean, that's cool, but I never really like looked into it.
Yeah.
So I truly expected them to have Santa hats on some of the people in like the graveyard and like throw some pumpkins out there.
Yep.
Maybe a bow or two. That's what I expected.
Yep.
When they said overlay.
Yeah.
No.
It's a different ride.
It's a whole different ride.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I don't even know if I want to give it away to people who have never rode, but
don't give too much away because I agree with you. But like, my jaw was open the whole time. The full ride.
Same.
Not even pre-ride. Queue. Even pre-queue, just walking by the building. I was like, they were like, I don't know about you, but they like rushed us through to get in line because so many people were just stopping and being like, what?
We were lined up past freaking Splash Mountain to get in, even on queue. Madness.
Wow. Okay.
But the whole outside of the mansion is fully decked.
Yes.
Fully decked. But then, I mean, even the pre-show is different.
Yeah, different stretching room. Also, I have never ridden Haunted Mansion out there ever. It's always like down for this reason because it takes them, I guess, like a month to do the overlay. That is crazy. The elevator situation, just the fact that it is an elevator is crazy. You can feel it. Wild.
It was so freaking awesome.
Yeah. It's definitely more than like a bow and a dream. It's everything.
It made me like want to watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
Me too. I won't, but
it's still not like get my interest, but it was so just 10 out of 10 Disney. Good job.
Yeah. One of the maybe top 2. I can't think right now what I liked better than that, but definitely at the top of my list of things we did at Disneyland.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something I like never experienced, and I was truly just mind blown.
Yeah. Agree. Must do.
Must. What else at Disney? I was a bummed I don't really get Disneyland's parade situation, but
Yeah, there were no parades, right?
no parades.
Yeah. I didn't get that either, but also thank God for the cast members because it was so hot. It would have been brutal
Yeah,
for them.
that's true. That's true. Um, Also Disneyland and California both, they go full out for Halloween.
Full out, especially California Adventure.
Yes. Yes.
The
Like at World, the only park that does Halloween is Magic Kingdom.
right. Yeah, and one day, were you with us the day we were watching the lights? No, the lights turn on in Cars Land, which I know is like it's like yeah, it's like generally a thing, but like this was like turning on the Osborne light. I mean, it wasn't that spectacular, but people were camped out on the streets.
Well, we walked up on it. We were like, what's going on? What are you guys all doing?
Yeah.
Turning on. And that apparently happens like exactly at sunset. No, like whatever time of sunset it is.
Yeah.
Every day, which is kind of cool.
It was cool. There was like music coordinated with lights. There were special lights that are only there for Halloween. Very cool.
Very, very cool. They do Halloween there. They do Halloween for sure.
I agree.
What other takeaways from Disney? Can we go forward on your trip and you tell us about Fantasmic? I know you did it on Friday.
Yeah. Let me pre-tell you about something else we did in Disneyland. We were very lucky to meet up with our friend Doug, who lives and works out there, and one of his favorite rides is the Casey Jr. train.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever ridden it?
No, but we rode the Chip and Dale one.
Oh, see, I missed the Chip and Dale one. We rode the train. It has like different ride vehicles attached, obviously, in a train on a track. And we, for some inexplicable reason, elected to sit in like the tiger cage. Okay. And it was 4 of us. So it was myself, AJ, our friend Megan, and then our friend Doug. And it's like a cage for children, well, for a tiger, but also for children. So you have to like shrink down to get into this cage, whatever. We are like touching knees, sweating, the whole thing. And then they throw more people in this thing with us. It was wild. I just like was laughing the whole time because it's such a basic, it's like a train ride around a circle, right? But like Doug and my husband, it was AJ's favorite ride of all of Disneyland. God. He like loved it because he wants one in the backyard. I'm like, are you Walt Jr.? I don't know what your problem is, but like they both loved it. I don't know why. I don't get it, but that was an experience.
That does sound like an experience.
Yeah. And yes, we did. That is why you and I didn't do parks together on Wednesday, because you left on Friday. We stayed on Friday. We did Disneyland on Friday because it was the only day there was Fantasmic. Everybody knows Fantasmic is my favorite thing. We booked a dining package, which pro tip, it was at like a quick service place. So it was like $30, $35. Really good food, separate whole line and serving station for people with the Fantasmic dining package. Amazing. So yeah, super easy, convenient, good food. It was Mexican. All of that was great. And then we got like reserved seating, but it's just, there are no seats for Fantasmic there. You're just like in the
area.
Tent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we got the perfect spot. I loved it. We sat down, I think like 30 minutes early. They did 2 showings. We actually went on Pirates during the first showing and we walked by Fantasmic happening. And again, without giving away too much, there's like a pirate ship in the water there, like all the time, 24/7.
Okay.
And like, as we're walking to Pirates, the ride, the pirate ship just comes like cruising around the waterway. And like Peter Pan and Captain Hook are having like a sword fight in the air on the pirate ship while it's sailing. I
lost it.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like, am I on drugs? Like, how is this happening? Like, it was so cool. And then we were with our friend Megan, and she was like, look away, because she wanted it to be like, reserved for our first experience, which I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, when we finally watched it, top to bottom, amazing. Also, I would say 90% the same.
Okay.
10% different. But like, even the songs they do are the same, but sung by different people.
Oh.
They do those 3, they're called Love and Romance floats, the ones that have the prince and princesses on them. There's like 3. One of theirs had Rapunzel instead of Snow White. So that was like, and like obviously her song instead of Snow White's song. Lots of like little miniature differences. Also no dragon, because the dragon caught on fire, so now he's gone. But it was really cool. I loved it. I will also say it was 100 times better than World of Color, but we need to go back and talk about that.
Yes.
I loved it. I couldn't believe it. It was also a highlight of my trip.
Like, would you say you like it better than World, or
no? But
okay.
World to me is nostalgic, and also I don't know, it's more theatrical because it's done in a literal theater, so they can like get away with more.
For sure.
But yeah, it was up there. It was very cool.
Awesome. Love that.
Yeah.
Any other things that you have like about Disneyland, the park? I know that you did it on Prime.
Yeah. I didn't get to ride actually a lot of stuff that I love because of the heat, whatever. We left midday and came back. So I didn't get to go on like Mr. Toad and stuff, which I absolutely love.
We did.
How dare you?
I know.
But we did, what else? We did Indiana Jones. That was great. We also didn't wait at all either, because we kept like walking by the entrance and it was closed. And then it was like
down every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes. So we finally
ride, you hit the jackpot.
Literally. People were like celebrating in line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also I want to know, like, if that's the case, why are we bringing it to World? I understand like they're different things, but
I knew you were about to say that.
If it's breaking down, why are we doing it again?
I know.
Also, Dinosaur never breaks down. So why don't we just keep with what's working, people? But yeah, that ride was great. Great. It's always fun to go on like a truly immersive dark ride when you haven't ridden it 1,000 times, because you're like, ah!
I've only rode once, so I couldn't really tell you anything.
It was pretty good. And our friend Doug was telling us about like alternate realities. Like there used to be like different scenes and different things. So that was pretty cool too.
That is cool, yeah.
What else did we see? We did not go to the DVC lounge this time, even though that's one of my favorites because it's inside Space Mountain.
Well, Space Mountain was closed.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What else? What else did we do? Or like, did you eat anything good in Disneyland?
I finally tried that like raspberry macaron that people talk about over at Jolly whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like okay, but it like stained my teeth red. So I was like, that's like not even really worth it.
No.
And then I love a bao bun. Love bao bun. And they always have them in Tropical Hideaway usually when we go, and they didn't have them.
Oh.
I was so sad.
I don't love that.
And then got my coffee over at Star Wars Land.
Also haven't had that.
They have it also at World. It's just crap compared to Land. I don't really know why.
Really?
Yeah, it's terrible. Okay. So I don't really get that. What I feel like we didn't really eat a whole lot at Land because we got like Blaze pizza on the way back.
Same. We got like some random pickup because it was just too hot.
It was too hot, and we didn't have like a sit down reservation. I usually when there, I love in like New Orleans, there's a restaurant there that has like a Monte Cristo, yeah. So, and these like fries that people talk about, which there's a reason why they talk about them. They're so good. Usually we get that, but we didn't make any reservations. And I guess looking back, maybe we should have to like taken a break from the heat. But
well, we didn't. Who knew? Actually, you knew. You predicted the heat.
No, I was just like, watching it.
Yeah,
like,
you read the weather.
Like, we're gonna pass away.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
We did
adventure because we still. Oh, sorry.
I just want to add one thing. My favorite snack of Disneyland is something called a nuddle. I was introduced to it by Doug's wife, Nicole. Shout out, Nicole. The nuddle, legendary. We waited outside as the park. I got in, like, I think the park opened at 8. We walked in at like 7:55 or something.
Yeah.
So unlike me, ew. And they were making the nuddles in the window, and they had like, I think 4 packages of them ready to go, and the rest wouldn't be ready until like the evening. So we got like so lucky. We got the nuddles. The nuddles are so good. They're at the confectionery. Gotta have them.
Thought that you talked about these last time you went to Disneyland, like before the wedding or something.
Yeah. Love nuddles. Big fan.
Glad you got that. I did get my churro toffee.
I still haven't had a churro.
Well, that's disappointing.
You'll have to talk about your churro at California Adventure.
Okay, California Adventure. So we go there on Thursday. We rope dropped, took a break, and then came back because it was 5 bajillion degrees.
Yes.
10 of 10 always for Kyle and I is riding Guardians. So we did that right away.
Yep.
We love it. And then we met up with you and rode Spider-Man. We got to ride once, then we used our lightning lane and rode again, except for that time it broke down.
Yep.
Through.
Yep.
So we had to come off, and then we got to ride again.
Yep.
That one was like, it's really good. Don't get me wrong, but I will say I was like more, I think, mesmerized and like enjoyed it more the first time I went, and then this time
like over it. Yeah.
And I was like, wow, my arms hurt. So
yeah,
there's that. After that, what did we do? Me, Kyle, and AJ went and rode a Creddy coaster, and you guys rode Soarin'.
Yep.
We met back up at the coffee cart for the best peanut butter cold brew coffee I've ever had.
Would have it like on tap at my house.
We took a sip and we said, Gideon's who?
Literally.
It was so good. Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
We'll dream about that forever.
Me too. So wait, what was it? It was cold brew, and it had like a peanut butter syrup, but not like a liquid syrup. It was like I don't know what to call it, like a creamy sauce.
Well, I think it was a peanut butter flavored coffee, but then it had like
the foam.
Peanut butter like foam on it, but it was like a dessert peanut butter foam. Like it was.
You had to like eat the foam with a spoon.
Yeah. And they had it was like peanut butter M&Ms on it, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, it was so good.
Legendary. Agree.
Then we rode Toy Story Mania.
What did we eat at that time? Like a burrito or something?
I got a burrito at the coffee cart, which was really good. But then we were in like San Fran, Tokyo, whatever it's called. And we got those bao bun logs.
Oh yeah, bao bun logs. You're right. And you got one kind and we got the other kind, right? Or you got both kinds?
We got both kinds, and because Kyle said he wanted them, and then we got like, I'm not hungry, and I was
that was literally the funniest thing.
Great. And one was like a regular bao bun, and then one was fried.
Yeah. They were okay. They were fine.
But naturally the fried was better than the regular, which I mean, I love it. We rode Mania.
Did we ride Mania? Oh yeah, we did ride Mania. Who won? Me? Did I win?
Yeah, probably. Definitely.
I'm the winner.
I've never won. Then we got Lamplight Lounge.
For the first time. I mean, not the first time we'd ever been there. The first of 2 times that day.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just got like some drinks and shared some lobster nachos.
Yes.
Just for the views and the company, really.
Yeah. And where did we sit the first time? We were same spot almost. We were like kind of on the water, downstairs, good view. We like researched the little secret drink menu.
Yes.
It was cute. You and I didn't really drink. We got, what was that thing we got?
I got I don't know, the first, I
It
don't
was
know.
good. It was like a
It was good.
mojito without alcohol or something.
Yeah, something like that. It was good.
Okay.
Then I think we left. Oh, the whole reason why we went to Disneyland was because we ran a 5K.
Oh yeah, whatever.
So we had to go get our stuff, and then we took a break and we went back. What did we do?
Oh, you mean, yeah, we had to go to the expo. I hear what you're saying.
We went to the expo.
We went all the way to Disneyland Hotel, which if you want, I mean, Shelby and I can be like pretty lazy, so take this with a grain of salt, but like we Ubered from the Disneyland Hotel to our hotel, which was, I think, 3 minutes.
No, okay. Well, first of all, don't just tell people like that, because we like looked it up on the map. It was going to be a 30-minute walk, and it was the hottest part of the day. Yeah,
it was scorching.
So, no, I think the Uber was like the best idea yet.
Oh, I do too. Brilliant.
There.
Yeah, no regrets.
Yeah, the expo was like in the Disneyland Hotel like convention center, which is kind of wild,
and I thought it was very like tame. I don't know if it was time of day or what when we went, but it was very like, we walked right up, got our bibs, we walked into the expo, we said hi to Brooke, we left. It was very like mute.
Would agree.
Yeah.
Then we went back, and then what did we do? We got to ride cars.
Yeah, we did. We paid to ride cars.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, always.
Best ride.
Truly the best ride. In the line for cars, we like found a reservation for World of Color last minute, like right about when, or not World of Color.
Lamplight. Yeah.
But it was going to be at the time of like World of Color. We were like, wow, if we get a table on the water, like this could be a jackpot.
Yeah.
And then we took AJ to go ride Guardians Monsters After Dark, because during Halloween they make it scary.
Which I heard you were like freaking out in line because they like make a big fuss about how it's like scary for children.
Yeah, there's a sign before you walk through that says this isn't good for children. And I was like, well, I gotta go.
And then what's your post review?
They ruined the ride.
Yeah. Not good.
Sad for AJ, because that was the first time he's ever gotten to ride Guardians over there, and they ruined it by making it Monsters After Dark. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, he was not impressed.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And you went to ride cars again when we did that.
Yeah, we did. We just did like standby single rider. And it broke down while I was like in the turnstile to get in the car. So we were like, hurry up. But we finally got on. It was great. Loved it. No notes.
Great. Then we went back to Lamplight Lounge. We did get a table kind of on the water.
Yep.
We had the rudest server I've ever had at a Disney place ever.
She like wanted to go home. And I want to caveat that by saying, I think that the Disneyland cast members are so overly like nice, happy, welcoming, kind, all the things.
About all cast members, even at World.
I would too. But maybe I like notice it more because I'm lost.
Yeah.
So I'm like, help me. I don't know where this is. But like somebody was always there to help me. And so I think that's for me why it was such a stark, like this woman like wanted to be home.
Never had an experience like that where she was so rude.
Yeah.
Bizarre for Disney.
Yeah.
Really just like took me back. We saw World of Color.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to preface this before you give your opinion. While we had like a sea, like you could see the water, like the roof was covering probably half of it, and we were on a weird angle.
Yes, we were definitely like skewed to the left, right?
Yeah. And when we asked the server if we could move, she was like, no.
Yeah,
even though there was another guy who was like, just ask your server. I'm sure you could.
Yeah, and we were like, we don't want to get eaten alive. So
yeah,
we sat where we were.
Go ahead, World of Color.
Well, you've seen it before. I have never seen it before. And you have mentioned here, at least that it's Kyle's like all-time favorite or was or whatever. Kyle like loves World of Color, right?
He loves World of Color. We left from like you guys, and he was like, "Well, unpopular opinion. I still think that's my favorite show." Like,
no,
that is still like his favorite like nighttime spectacular. Yes,
no.
I know.
Okay, I want to start with the highs. The highs of World of Color for me were two things. Number one, the Star Wars portion where the lightsabers light up. That's bonanza.
Yes.
It is so cool. Very awesome. Very like iconic Star Wars lovers moment. Love that. Also, they do cover a lot of Disney catalog content that's not historically represented. So like there was a solid, I'm going to say like 45 minutes of Pocahontas, which I know is exaggerative, but
that's what Kyle says. That's like part of the why he like loves it so much. He's like it gives characters who don't have a moment.
I totally agree with that. Loved that. Also the fountains are beautiful, like the colors and the whatever. It's like very pretty to look at. That's really where I'm going to stop.
You don't like, well, the version that we got to see is called like One or something, and you don't like the I'm gonna call it like a tribute, I guess, to Walt, and like how it's like one man's dream creates all this.
See, I think I just like couldn't see it, and we went with Megan. Megan went again the next night or something, and she was like, it was all our seating. It was much better.
Okay,
like straight on.
So I think you just had a bad. That's why.
I think I had like a bad view, which I totally get.
Maybe you need to YouTube it and see if Cliff Flicks has been out to Disneyland.
That's literally all I could think the whole time was like, I would rather be on my couch watching this on Cliff Flicks, which I feel that way, to be fair, about all nighttime spectaculars. Yes. But yeah, it felt for me very like dumbed down, phantasmic. There was because there was like water screens, but like,
yes, but no. You need to watch it from a different view.
I would absolutely give it a second chance.
Okay.
I just, and also I think again, like the whole thought process of like go into things with low expectations helps, because I think I went into it with like pretty high expectations.
Yeah. I think you went into it with high expectations, and I do really like the seating didn't help.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like we got a bad seat, which it's funny because we asked, because I got us the virtual queue for World of Color, and we asked at the table, like, should we wrap this up and go over there to our reserved seating? Should we go over to the end of the restaurant at Lamplight where nobody is sitting and watch it from there? All these things. Yeah. And they were like, no. You have the best, literally, that guy was like the best seat in the house. So good. You're going to love it. Whatever. And we maybe saw directly, I would say 20% of the visuals.
Yeah.
So
I think if you've seen it before, to have the seat that we had was great, because you are in a seat and you have nobody around you, which is pretty awesome. Yes. But if you've never seen it before, I do think that wasn't a great seat. And also it would have been better if we were more out on the water. And we asked if we could, where nobody was sitting, if we could just go stand over there. And the guy said, yes, just ask your server. But our server would have pushed us off the dock if we
literally. I think she left at that point. Like she like didn't. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
It also gives me like a little bit of appreciation and a reminder that we're so spoiled over here, you and I both, of like knowing what's going on, knowing what we're walking into, knowing how to time things, because we just didn't know.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
And I can see how that is probably like a huge bummer for people who pay for like a one-time, trip, like once every 5 years, whatever. They do all the research, whatever. This is something I guess you could have researched, but like, I don't know. I would have assumed we paid for like the most premier VIP experience in that situation. We had paid for seats on the water.
Kind of, sort of.
But like, it was garbage. I would never do it again.
I would
that seating
out in that area.
Yeah.
Would have been the best, but is what it is.
What's your like highlight of that show?
I do. When I saw it with Kyle the first time, and we had dessert party tickets, so we had, I mean, the best view ever.
Okay.
And dessert
Okay.
there is like literally a table dead center. It's great.
Okay.
And I remember watching it being like, wow, this is incredible. And when I watched it at our seats at Lamplight, I was like, oh, am I forgetting something? Like, this isn't really what I remember being so incredible. So that's why I really do think it was maybe our seats. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, both parks in total, like, really tamed down the fireworks, which I understand they're in the middle of a city, but
yeah.
Wow.
Well, World of Color never had fireworks, but
I just mean like park wide. Like,
well, they barely do them.
That's what I'm saying. We have like explosion. Over there, it was like,
yeah, and they also only do them like a couple nights a week at Atlanta.
Right.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been rambling, but I do want to get to our 5K before we wrap this up.
Great. We got there. You and I questioned why we do this. On our way to the race course, we started on Main Street.
Okay, pause. We questioned why we did this because it was already hot and we were in quite the costume for 100
Right.
This was our first race that we've ever done on the West Coast. We obviously have done East Coast many, many times. Truly wild that, yeah, we lined up on Main Street. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Also that like there was no like I like one of my two memories from 3 a.m. or whatever time we were there was like, where are you going?
I'm checking. Sometimes I feel like our contractor shows up and I needed to make sure that the contractor, and that was
we would need to know.
Yeah.
I remember walking. Okay, so like you said, we started literally on Main Street, like looking at the castle.
Yes.
And I was walking, like holding my bib out for the Lord himself, because here it is like a federal offense. If you walk left and you're supposed to walk right, if you walk in the wrong corral, all that stuff. Nobody cared. There weren't even like separation of corrals. They were like suggestions.
Yeah. And it was like once they let the corrals go, everybody went in that corral. It wasn't multiple, like usually there's like corral B.
Waves.
Thank you. That was weird.
Yeah, it was very lackadaisical. Also, I could not believe off the start, like, and probably because of the heat, which we did it ourselves, and I totally respect walking. Nobody even like trotted, and we were in Corral B. I felt like it was a very slow entrance.
I mean, we walked basically all of it. It was 100 degrees.
Totally.
But every single I barely saw anybody running. It was very big to me.
Yeah. I maybe saw 10 people running.
I was never motivated to run.
No, right. Correct. Which, thank God, it was hot.
It was so hot.
Everybody took care of themselves in that 5K course, and that was what needed to happen.
But also, let's talk about 5K. 5K, like a 5K at Disney World, you're gonna run like backstage on a road through the world of like the World Showcase, and you're gonna come back through the ball, and then you're gonna end in a parking lot.
Right.
That's gonna be your 5K course, basically, no matter which one you run.
Right.
Here, we started on Main Street, literally.
Yep.
We like go through Disneyland, the park. We went backstage a little. We saw the snow caps for the castle.
Yes.
Saw some gardening stuff.
And we did like multiple lands. Whereas like when I remember running Princess Half through Magic Kingdom, you like shoot in and out pretty quick. It's like the briefest possible time in the park.
No, we were in the park.
Yeah.
We ran through the castle.
Yep.
You don't do that unless you run like a specific half or a full at World.
Right.
Crazy. I have been trying to think about this, but I don't really know how we got there, but we somehow just like came out and popped out into California Adventure.
Yes.
And we like landed landed. We ended like on the pier. It was crazy.
Yeah. I was trying to like recap where we ran to our friend Doug. He was like, "Oh, were you by my office room?" And I was like, "I don't remember. I think I like blacked out half of the course." But
like, I don't remember how we got into California Adventure.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't. I really don't.
So weird. But yeah, it was. I mean, I know it was only 3 miles, so they don't have to have as much filler space. We haven't done a 5K in Disney 5K in years.
Yeah.
But like the 10K, obviously you have to have like more filler space like outside, but this was genuinely like all in the parks, and if not like backstage. It wasn't like on random roads. It was
none.
A crazy 5K.
Amazing course. My favorite part was Disneyland, like one of the last portions of Disneyland. We ran by the horse barn.
Yes.
And I got to say hello by name to every single horse. And they like looked up because I said name.
They each have their own name tags on their stables.
Like,
like a Disney name tag.
They were amazing. The horses were so stinking cute. I'm sure they were very confused, but it was cool. That was really cool for me. Also the snow caps, that was cool.
The snow caps were really cool.
What was your fave?
I don't know.
I think your fave was like the pier at the end.
It was like I mean, that was just so wild to me. We ended like inside the park.
Yeah, we ended inside the park. It was like perfect sunlight when we got there.
Sunlight. And they gave us not only a banana but a bag of candy.
Yeah, we got a little bag of candy.
That was cute.
Yep. And a box, obviously like a Run Disney box with a plastic cheese.
Yes.
And a banana and a water and a Powerade and a medal.
It was just, it was a really cool 5K course.
I agree. I would do it again.
I would love to do like a half there.
Oh, see, that's where I completely disagree.
I mean, I wouldn't do it if it was 100 degrees, but I would love to do. I think it would go by so fast.
No, because their half is like all in the city.
I know, but there's so much more to look at than just like the highway.
It's not for me. I don't want to see like I could go running in my neighborhood if I wanted to see people's houses.
All right, fine.
It's not for me at all, but respect. I'll cheer for you from my bed.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Next week we're gonna have to discuss a little bit. You just went on a 7-day cruise right after this.
Yeah.
And I did a night in Vegas, but we kind of rambled for quite some time today. So we'll catch on that next week.
Yeah.
Great. Casey just texted me and asked what she needs to wear up here because it's still very hot down where you are.
Yeah.
And going to be 60s this weekend. So I don't know if she's prepared, but.
Oh, I'm so jealous. It's like 87 right now here.
Well, it is 80 today, but when
funny because you're in a tank top and I'm in a sweatshirt, but
yeah. That's the difference.
That's right.
Alrighty. So then we'll chat next week. We promise.
Pinky promise.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.